What's happening, sports fans? We talk to our next top recruit now. Mara Zajac from Scripps Ranch joins us. She is committed to play lacrosse in the Pac-12 next year for the University of Oregon. Thank you very much for being on with us. How are you doing with no lacrosse in your life right now?
It's kind of sad. I'm missing it. I keep watching videos on YouTube and stuff, trying to be like, that's where I would be, but it's pretty sad right
Okay,
now.
so wait, what are you watching on YouTube? Are you watching clips of yourself and like really studying film and missing it, or are you watching someone else? What does a lacrosse player watch?
Usually I watch the college games, like kind of like the higher teams, like top 10 or something, and I focus on like the top players, I guess, see how they would like go around the goal or like dodge players and stuff, just kind of watch that.
So the college lacrosse season, much like your own, was barely underway. But what were some of your favorite teams? Who are some of your favorite players so that some of the younger people can know who to watch?
I mean, Oregon, obviously one of my top teams. Um, I wasn't really good at watching college this year. I kind of watched like past years.
Okay.
But some of my favorite players from past years, a top one is Taylor Cummings. She's like a really popular one. Um, a girl from BC, Boston College has a lot of good players. Very interesting, like Kenzie Kent. She plays hockey and lacrosse both. She's super like just creative around the crease. So that's a girl that I would usually watch. A lot more, but kind of hard to like name all of them.
I know I put you on the spot a little bit there, but we're all kind of stuck in the same boat. So I think a lot of other lacrosse people are eager to find out who and what they can Google. You mentioned your fandom of the University of Oregon. That's where you're going to be playing. Let's talk about that decision. Why the Ducks?
Their athletic presence was really what drew me in. I love sports. It's been in my life like my entire time living, and they have a lot of top sport teams there, and their team like dynamic and everything really drew me in. Yeah.
It's got to be the uniforms, though, right? Like that has to be
Oh,
at
the
least a little
uniforms too.
part of
I
it.
mean, yeah, and the colors like the neon green or the neon yellow or like the all black. Oh, so excited.
Okay, so I forgive my ignorance on this, but does the women's lacrosse team at Oregon have the same variety as, say, the football team is? Because Oregon's known for always switching it up constantly. So,
Yeah. Definitely not like the football team, but we do have a good amount of uniforms, and ours are like rain proof. Like there's specific kind of like texture, so it's like rain won't really like affect them, which is pretty cool. We have four, so I guess it's like we do have like a good amount, I guess. Yeah.
that's awesome. That is very cool.
Thank you.
Okay, so you mentioned the rain, the Pacific
Yeah.
Northwest, very stormy compared to San Diego. How much does that affect a lacrosse game?
I mean, it'll probably affect it a little bit. The turf will be a little different. I'm sure Oregon has turf that's made for rain, but and your stick, the pocket could get a little like messed up. But I mean, once you practice playing in it, it's really not that big of a difference.
Well, because the passing to me always seemed like such an exact science in lacrosse that I would be scared that the rain would significantly affect that. But you're saying give you a couple of days to practice in and you're all good.
Yeah, I mean, you can always just like tighten your stick a little bit, like when you're not playing, like if it's defense and you play offense, just fix it a little bit, just tighten it because it usually just gets loose. Um, but if you have like a good pocket, then you should be fine.
So I always ask this of all the girls lacrosse players I talk to because over the last couple of years, the game has sped up a little bit. They've started
Yes.
to do the quick restarts, little bits and pieces of trying to make the game a little bit faster. Do you like where it's going? Do you want it to be? Do you want to play the same game as the guys? Where do you want lacrosse to go in the next couple of years?
I definitely love the speed that we're at right now. Um, it used to be a lot of like stop and go because of all the fouls and stuff, but now that we can just like step foot and just go, free movement is like the best thing ever. I love it a lot. Guys across is definitely different. They wear pads so they can like hit and everything, which we don't. But
Well, and I
I
see
mean,
some girls starting to wear the helmets. I know that it looks a
yeah,
little goofy when you only have one or two necessarily on the field, but I get the sense that a lot of you would like at least the chance to be a little bit more physical because I know at least the defense people I talk to struggle with it.
defensive, yeah, no, definitely. The helmets are for people that kind of like are scared of like concussions or like have concussion like in the past or something. Definitely good for like safety. But yeah, I definitely would love it to be a little bit more physical because that's also what like makes it a little interesting. In college, it's really nice because in high school you have to keep your stick up, but in college you can have it horizontal. So I'm really looking forward to that. as a defender and a midfielder.
Notice when she said horizontal, it wasn't just that she held it, but she gave a little bit of an extension there in the hand motion, just a little bit of a check.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it. What are some tips that you can give to the younger people out there watching about the recruiting process in lacrosse? Because I don't think a lot of people know necessarily the same path you would with softball or baseball or like a more traditional sport.
Well, I would say one, if you're going to a tournament and you know that there's going to be recruiters there, not to be so focused on playing your best game, to just let it happen naturally. You don't want to freak yourself out or anything. And also just don't be scared to email a bunch of colleges. You want to put yourself out there as much as you can. You want to make yourself known.
So what have you been doing with your downtime?
Working out, doing a lot of online scholarship, like just more money for college. Cleaning. I think I've cleaned my room like 5 times. Skincare, it's a big one. Hanging out with my family, just a bunch.
Have you begun, like, for me, there was the first wave of cleaning, and now I'm even finding ways to like re-clean the stuff that's still clean. Like, does your whole room just smell like lemon pledge type level clean right now?
It smells really good. Yeah, it smells like lavender. I keep like organizing things, just like finding new ways because I just get so bored.
Okay, so it smells like lavender right now. Is it always lavender, or can you give us like a top 5 scents for your room list?
So I have like an essential oil thing, which really helps to make it smell good. I have lavender, eucalyptus.
Now wait, are you giving these in order right now? Is lavender number 1, then eucalyptus 2? What's the rankings there?
I would say lavender is probably at the top. It just smells really good. I love lavender. And eucalyptus is like a nice, like calming, kind of reminds me of like a spa.
Okay.
Know? So that's probably my 2. I have, what else do I have? Oh my gosh. I think I have mint.
Ooh.
That's really nice. Yeah. I have lemon. And lemon just reminds me of like summer. So if it's like hot or anything, I just put lemon. And so what's another? I have lemongrass.
Okay, so you got lemon and lemongrass.
Yeah, they're 2 different. Like lemongrass is a little more like naturey.
They're kind of like cousins a little bit, maybe in the smell family.
So.
All right, well, folks, I guess if you need more suggestions on essential oils and kind of what each one says about your room at that given time, hit her up for more suggestions.
Yep, I got you.
I know that we're all kind of at that point where we're feeling a little stir crazy, maybe. So what does lacrosse look like for you? Is there a wall that you're passing against? Is there like, how do you get your daily fix?
Well, I have a goal in my backyard, and my brothers play lacrosse too, so I'll pass and shoot with them, do some drills. Down the hill, I have a park, so I go down there and hit the wall.
Okay,
and
so
there's a big field, so.
So you say your brothers play lacrosse. Is there ever, are you ever switching sticks? Are you ever taking shots with the guy's stick and they're taking shots with the girl's stick? Because I feel like it's easier to go the direction you go there and going from girls to guys. And I feel like the guys actually low-key struggle a little bit with it.
Yeah, because the girls, like, we know that we don't have a deep pocket, but we know how to pass with a deep pocket. And for the guys, they're like, they hold this girl stick and there's like, where the heck is the pocket? Like, I pass and it goes like 20 feet in the sky. I'm like, I don't.
Granted, I am not a lacrosse player. I've only picked it up, learned it later in life. But when I do try to pass with the girls' sticks, it tends to be a straight line drive into the ground.
Yeah, that too.
It humbles you and it cuts you down to size when you feel like you're real accurate with that guy's stick. And then all of a sudden you're like, ugh, wait, why did I do that? You feel a little goofy. I want to ask you about last year. You got a chance to be an open division champion. That is not something that a ton of people ever even get the opportunity to play in one of those. What was that experience like for you?
It was awesome. Last year, we had a standout year for Scripps Ranch. I mean, we went 19-2, which is amazing. It was the first time in history that we've ever won the open division, and I think it really took a step in the future, like towards a positive future for Scripps Ranch High School. We put our name out there for ourselves, and I'm excited for them to see where they go next year and the years after that.
So you're already talking about the future legacy. We're fingers crossed that there will still be lacrosse yet this year. But until then, everyone stay safe, stay indoors. If you need suggestions on scents or YouTube channels to watch for lacrosse, please hit her up. Thank you so much for being on with us. Best of luck for the rest of, if there is this season, if not, at the University of Oregon.
Thank you.
Is it just Go Ducks? Is it Quack Quack? Is there a?
It's Go Ducks.
It's just Go Ducks. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll say Go Ducks for you then, and thank you so much for being on with us, folks. A lot of great athletes right now that need your support and your well wishes as their seasons are kind of hanging in that nether world. Thank you very much for being on with us, and we'll hope to see you soon.